All right, fellow Tarnished, welcome back to the playthrough of Elden Ring. I'm Stubbs the Wizard, your host, with a post. I don't know, they just rhymed. Okay, I don't. That sounded better in my head. So, what we're going to do is we're going to turn on the lamp here. So, the idea behind this wizard is he's stealthy, even though he has the light on. But he's only allowed to use invisibility spells. So we're going to come up here to our sniper's perch and just start sniping for people. Look at that range. Now the reason I have such range is because I have the Arrow's Reach Talisman in play. Now it says increases bow effective range, but it also affects some spells. Ambush Shard being one of them, which is what I'm using. Rock Sling is another. There's probably a handful of others. I don't know what all, but it does. Okay, that's still too far away, even with the. Yeah. That's not. So Arrow's Reach, decoy ahead. What? Arrow's Reach lets you just get right in there, snipe them, which is the essence of stealth wizardry. Now, if you wanted to play it like you would in real life, what I do is this. Okay, this is how you do it actually in the military. But this actually makes the game less fun, so I don't. Yeah, so I'm going to turn my lamp back on. Interestingly enough, the lamp in this does not seem to affect your stealth, which is nice. So I like to see. But there you go. But in real life, it would be very glaring. Like, I mean, you can see in the darkness the fires, the light sources. They're just beacons. I have to say too, there's one time I was in a truck in the military. Hello. Hey, you're a biggin. Well, it took time to growl and then get ambushed. Yeah, one time in the Army, I was in a truck, and we were experimenting with night vision goggles. And so we were driving around the base and it was just pitch black, out by the ranges and stuff. It gets really dark. Take that. And so I was actually driving with the night vision goggles on, and it was a greenish hue, just like in the movies. And well, hello there. You jumped a little early, brother. So, see, there's no more. Okay. That's a pretty good ambush, actually. Hard to find, but he just jumped out too early. Because he's actually a script, not really a thinking being. Anyway, if I could quit interrupting myself, Spear Talisman. Whew. Sometimes this is hard with your ADD kicks in. I'll tell a story about that in a second. But at any rate, I was driving the truck with night vision goggles on, the base back in the back, out by the ranges and stuff where it's really dark at night. And I was talking to a sergeant that was beside me in the truck. I was like, okay, these are starting to malfunction because it's getting like it's I can still see, but it's getting kind of grainy, you know. And he said, well, take off your night vision goggles. I took it off. Man, it was like pitch black. I couldn't hardly see my hand in front of my face. And so that's the the nice thing of picking up light. So as we drove back, you know, the Army does that to give you confidence in the equipment. Like when they train you in gas masks, they actually gas you with. Well, I mean, it's just tear gas. It's not. Um, let's see. Let's see if there's down. Okay. So, like, they'll test your tear gas, and then when you breathe it in, you realize how good your mask was, or is. Give you confidence in it. You talk to anybody who's in the military. Some of their funniest stories are when they go through the gas chamber, because it's not comfortable. At any rate, that's why we're driving around with night vision goggles. And it was funny because it got grainy, but it was pitch black. And as we're driving back towards the base where it's more populated. Oh, he jumped. I wish we hadn't done that, brother. Take a swig. But as we drove back to the base, it was still fairly dark, but we got to where people were standing around. I could see them. And why is this not working? There we go. And oh, there's another one. You scalawag, take that. There was a guy out. I mean, you can see lights and stuff, and it was still like in a fairly dark area. There was a guy that was smoking, and his face was just lit up like a beacon. And a lot of people realize that, but smoking while you're on guard duty or whatever, that shows up in, wow, look how effective that is. Mindless Meat is going to love that. Shout out to Mindless Meat for that cloud kill right there. That's how it's done, son. Alright, anyway, yeah, his face is all lit up. You don't think about it, but it's a lot of light for low light devices like the night vision goggles or starlight scopes or something like that. Anyway, I had to give a shout out there to Mindless Meat because well, first of all, he's one of my buddies, you know. I think we become friends over time, just interacting on YouTube. He's up in the northwest of the U.S. Well, hello. I'm in Indiana. That's not what I wanted to cast. That'll probably work, though. Boom. Oh, there's one more. There he is. So, anyway, he, like me, and probably like most of us, played or plays still D&D. And that's what we cut our teeth on, you know. And so he always calls my Night Maiden Miss a cloud kill, because that's what it's called in D&D. So I'll give a shout out to him. And I don't think this is a weak foe. Let me get juiced up here. But anyway, don't let his name fool you. Because while he is made of meat, He is not mindless. And in fact, we have some pretty good discussions because he's a chemist and mathematician, and I'm a computer scientist. So we just, I don't know, we have some fun little chats, and I think probably a lot of people that are over here is like, what in the hell are you guys even talking about? You know, like we were talking about. I think harmonics, wave harmonics or something. I don't remember exactly about bridges. Because out in his area, he had galloping Gertie and the floating bridges thing. Anyway, fun to talk to him. He'll tell jokes that are funny, you know, like to me. But I can see where others are like, what, you know, and that's just that's just nice, you know. You have a buddy that you have common interests with, you know, and that's what it's all about. You know, are there differences between mindless meat and me? Yes, there are. You know, we're two different humans, but this is what's great about humanity. You can find common ground with almost anybody. There's stuff you have in common, and that's what you focus on. And I didn't mean this to turn so philosophical, but so many times you see in society, especially the news media, they want to focus on the differences and the negativity and how we're all different. Like, oh, come on. We differ a lot less than we were the same. You know, the differences are very minor for the most part. So anyway, I didn't mean to get all philosophical like that, but it just struck me that, you know, it's pretty cool. You have, you know, Mindless meets a pretty good buddy, a YouTube buddy, I guess I'd say, out up in the Pacific Northwest. You know, I'm Not Great and his wife, example, they're buddies of mine down in Texas through YouTube, and this group were in the Free Time Creators Club. And so, I mean, that's a pretty broad triangle between Indiana, Texas, and either Washington or Oregon. I think he's in Washington, but Pacific Northwest. And that's something that, you know, 30 years ago, you know, wouldn't have been possible. Well, maybe 30 may have been, but like 40 years ago, like you wouldn't have. So it's really neat. It's a blessing. Anyway, before I ask for a group hug, let's go ahead and talk to her.
Tarnished.
Foul tarnished.
I told the all-hearing brute.
You have?
That I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough? I told the all-hearing brute already.
Okay, well, we're going to just repeat this.
I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough?
That poor wolf. Alright, so we have to go visit the village of Albanarix, where Lord Ulfnir went ham on him and basically murdered everybody. Don't give up. As if I'm going to commit suicide. That is, you know what? Oh shoot! Whoa! I hit the wrong control. That was about fatal. But look at the beauty and the artwork in this game. That's just amazing. Just an amazing job. All right, so that was my shout out to Mindless Meat. I only did the shout out because because I did the cloud kill and killed like 7 snails in one thing, and I know Mindless Meat would love that. All right, so we are going to end up at the village of Albanarix. We'll just. This is a little bit deceptive right here because all this stuff is on top. It's a whole other thing you got to play through Ronnie's quest line to get there. And the village of Albanarix is actually beneath. And we're going to come from this race. And it's going to end up being... Hey, what happened to my... Didn't I have a marker up here? That got disappeared. We still want to, we need to go there, remember, before we go to the Altus Plateau. Keep that in mind, everybody. Make a note of it. Alright, well, I'm going to end this here, and I'm going to reference the the Free Time Creators Collective. We're a group of channels that do gaming, and hang on a moment. This crab is hitting me. Oh, that's overkill. Put that there, pretty simple. Okay, but the Free Time Creators Collectives, we are a group of small channels that post gaming videos in our free time when we have it. And it's nice to see the grow. We're bonding real well. Like I mentioned, Mindless Meat is one of them, and he's in that group, and we've become pretty good friends through it. And people like I'm Not Great, Plumberry Delicious, Iris Xenophrus, Belmont Bruno. That's an interesting channel because it's in Portuguese, so you can learn some Portuguese while you do it. And you find with that channel that the gaming is pretty universal. You know, the language is not much of a barrier for that. So give that a look. You know, Holly's Adventures is another one. I'll put them all into the description. That's just some of them. K-Dog, I think it's K-Dog's Kennel, Baby J30. I feel like I'm probably missing some. My apologies if I miss any. But anyway, it's a great group of people. We're becoming really good friends, and we've got a Discord channel, and it's nice to support and be supported. And if you would, go out and check out their channels, see what you like. Some of them will be similar to mine, some of them will be dissimilar to mine, but all of them are good, and very positive group of people. And I think you'll enjoy it. So go out there, see what you like, see what you think. I appreciate that. And as for this video, if you click a like, I would really appreciate that too. Subscribe to the channel would be great. That really helps as well. Comments are always appreciated. I love getting comments and answering them and talking about them and engaging. And I appreciate you watching. I really do. And as long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making them. Thanks.